Hello, my lovely friends. Today I'm doing something a little different, and I'm going to share with you what I've been doing in my own meditation. So, I've been meditating about living by design, creating the life I want, overcoming blockages, getting unstuck, producing desired outcomes, and overcoming overwhelm. And so, I've been really meditating about this and praying about this for ages because, as some of you know, I run a small business. I also have several members of my family who are disabled, and part of the difficulty is that when I look after them, then I can't be running my business. When I run my business, I can't be looking after them, and of course, looking after myself comes in last. So, and then what's happened is that I've become overwhelmed, and then sometimes I feel like I can't do anything. And then I get into this vicious cycle of not being able to do anything, and then I feel bad about myself. So if you want to overcome overwhelm, clear blockages, start working on a life that you want, you've come to the right place. So in my meditation, what I came up with, or what came to me in the spirit realm, was to just simply divide, because I've got so many things going on, just simply divide your life into two broad categories. Two things, basically what you want and what you don't want. Now, these things can be called anything. It doesn't really matter what you call them. And so when I first thought about this, how I thought about it was productive. Okay, so for me, productive would be, this would be doing my work. This would be looking after family members. This would be resting myself in such a way that I can feel restored, but not resting in such a way that I'm just a blob in front of Netflix and I'm actually exhausting myself more. Good sleep would be productive. So, and then unproductive would be anything that takes me further away. So productive takes me closer to the life I want. Whereas unproductive takes me further from life I want. And so sometimes things can fit into both categories. If I'm... didn't finish this one. Sometimes good sleep is productive because it's healthy and it's helping me build my health, which helps me be able to do my work and spend time with my family. But sometimes oversleeping, sleeping when I should be working, sleep can be unproductive when it's an escape from doing the things that I need to do. So you can see things can fall into one or the other. And I found a whole lot of different terms that might help you, and I'll show you what they are in a minute. But what I decided to do in my first day of this is basically understand on a very high level, moving, because I felt like I was really stuck. I want to move towards what I want, and I want to move away from what I don't want. That's my main goal. So I made these little cards, and I made them shiny because that was the material that I had on hand, but that's actually hurting my eyes, so I probably should have just done it on white. And so if I'm choosing to do something, I'm telling myself, is this a productive thing or an unproductive or destructive? Because destructive, it's moving away. It's moving away from my long-term goal. Not everything has to be productive, but I'm trying to get as many things in my day as productive as possible, not as in I have to work the whole time. Remember, productive might be cleaning my house. Productive might be getting good sleep. Productive might be eating more healthy. And so when I'm choosing to do things in my day, I'm asking myself, am I productive or destructive? And here are some other ones that you might use. Am I moving towards what I want, or am I stopped? Am I stuck? Or am I actually going backwards? That's a good one to use when you feel stuck. Am I doing something healthy? Am I treasuring myself and my family? Or am I doing something unhealthy? Too much sleep. Am I making good use of my resources, like my time and my energy? Or am I wasting? Am I taking action towards my goals and where I want my life to go? Or am I stuck? So I'm not going to use all of these. I'm only going to use the productive one. These others are examples of what you can do. Am I acting in love or in low vibration? Am I acting in flow or am I stuck? See, there's a bit of stuckness coming through in here. Relaxing is productive. Relaxing is good. Wasting time, I don't want to be doing that. And it's not about good or bad. It's about my goal of where I want to move to in the next week. So am I moving forward or am I stuck or going backwards? So backwards. So it's not a moral judgment. This is just me being more mindful of the things that I am doing. And so I'm going to put all these cards in here and we might come back to them on another day. But so I'm going to choose productive and action and stuck. So action is towards the life I want, and stuck is not going towards the life I want. Towards life I want. Now, this is not about being rich and famous or anything like that. This is the life that I've decided I want. So there can be anything in that life. It can be caught up with my work. It could be deeper friendships. It could be a healthier body. It could be anything like that. But this is how I'm going to do this for the next week. And I'll come back to you at the end of the week and let you know how I've gone with these two cards. But I invite you to do it with me. And I'm just going to do a quick read for us all for the week ahead. And this is a, what would you call it? An evergreen video. So it doesn't matter when you come to it. It will still work for you. And it doesn't matter when you see it. And if you want to go back and watch it again next week, that's all fine. It's evergreen. So let's see. Cards for this coming week, please. Cards for this coming week in our goal of being productive, taking action, and not being stuck in our lives. Oh, accomplishment. So this card here is telling me I need to take, and you need to celebrate each step forward. So it's not the accomplishment is not the accomplishing the final goal. It's just taking a step towards the final goal. So this morning I was updating my CV because I'm applying for a job. The action is updating the CV. The action is not actually getting the job because I can't control that. But the action that I can control is updating my CV and applying for the job and making it the best application that I possibly can. Creation. This is about creating the life that you want. This is about being an example to others, whether you've got children or not. Passion. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? This will help you get momentum in your action. So for me, I am passionate about intellectual property. And so that's the area in which I want employment. I'm also passionate about spiritual development and YouTube and the cards. So that is also where I want to grow. So wealth. See, wealth can be accomplished once we take action and we don't waste our resources. Truth. We need to be honest with ourselves. I found recently that I've been wasting some of my time. I wouldn't have thought that a little while ago, but I really had a look into my life. And, I had this excuse of, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, I've injured myself. But the wealth that we have is the time and how we best spend that time to accomplish what we want in life. This is not accomplishing somebody else's dreams. This is to be the person you want to be. This is to be the person that I want to be. So yeah, if I want to, I can sit and watch Netflix all day and not be productive. That's fine. But then that is the life I'm going to create for myself. Reformation. There we go. If you follow these tips in this reading and in my earlier talk, you will be able to reform yourself into a new being. And let's see what the Fortune Oracle tells us about this one card. Wow, that one jumped out. I wonder what it is. The world is at your fingertips. The world is at your fingertips. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Yeah, and that's me now applying for this new job. I don't know if I'll get it or not, but yeah, it's quite exciting to do. And the owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. And before I started updating my CV, I was creating a cover letter, and I prayed about it, and I asked spirit guides to help me. How could I better word my application letter? Because I've applied for several jobs in the past, and that has not come to pass. And so I have now decided that I'm going to, even if the chances of getting this job are quite small,